watched him for 15 years, sitting in the room, standing on a wall, not seeing the wall, looking past the wall, looking ahead to this night, inhumanly patient. Death has come to your little town.
Are you eavesdropping on me again? I'm just chinwagging with the Myers boys. We have Michael from 1978. We have Michael from 1981. Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. My favourite mask of all time as well. And here we have the one from Halloween 2018. Soon to be a new version with half a cheek blown away and a bit of toast welded on the other side because he's been kind of melted in that fire in Laurie Strode's abode. Fell for that trap, didn't you? Fire trap. Anyway, folks, how are you all? I hope you're doing very, very well. Yeah, we have another mask to show you to add to the Michael Myers collection. I have more Michael Myers masks than these, but these are, the pivotal ones. 78, glorious. As I said, that's my favourite look of Michael Myers. The damage. I know he's sitting a bit squat there, but then again, Dick Warlock, who played him, was a lot shorter and a bit wider of face than Nick Castle. Horse-headed Nick Castle, who played him in the original 1978 Halloween. And then we have the guy playing him now, whose name I've forgotten. Whatever. He's the new guy. But let's go back to the very beginning. And I mean the very beginning. Back in 1963, when 6-year-old Michael Myers goes and stabs his sister Judith Myers to death in the upstairs room, her bedroom, after she's just had the quickest sex session you can ever imagine. And I've had some quick sex sessions, I can tell you that. Aye. So innocent. So doomed. But yeah, Will Sandin played the original young Michael Myers, who in his clown suit goes and does the initial slaying. And of course, this 6-year-old child with his blank, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Some absolute classic lines. You'll probably hear them on this because this is the 20th anniversary edition of the original soundtrack of Halloween. It's funny how you can't seem to get a copy of the original soundtrack now without the dialogue quotes and the sound effects. But hey, it is what it is. So, something new to show you. There's a great big tag there. Look at that. Trick or Treat Studios. Yes, look at that. Yeah, because these are the guys that are making the best of the Myers mask bunch. Well, of the mass-produced masks. I know some of you go out there to the independents. I wish I could afford to do the same thing. And have the patience to wait for it to be made and then arrive. Inhumanly patient. That's not me though. Inhumanly impatient. So, what do we have in here? We have the original clown mask. A reproduction of the clown mask that he wore for his first killing. Look at that. And it couldn't be happier, could it? It's a complete far cry from this, which of course we all know it's William Shatner, a 1975 Don Post William Shatner mask from Star Trek. Just had the side E's taken off it, spray painted. I think the eyes were widened a bit. It was just a little bit modified, and then given like this blue and then white sheen to give it this sort of ghostly, cadaverish apparition type look, and that completely emotionless face, which is a stunning device that John Carpenter used. Do you guys realise the other masks that were going to be used? That's poor Judith getting it right there. There he is, and he looks through it, and in a weird moment, I always find it strange. You're seeing through his eye hole, so you're seeing he's killing his sister, but he looks up at his own hand going up like that. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm murdering innocent people, I don't tend to watch, the knife going in like that. Oh, I don't do that. Oh boy, do I hope no one's walking past, the street right now and looking in and seeing, hey, this bunch here, and this guy here going like that. They've seen worse. Much worse. Kilt-Man? Kilt-Man? Right, so the reason why I brought this, let's get into this. Oh yeah, the masks that they were going to, the other substitutes, the other ideas they had, and it was Tommy Lee Wallace who came up with these ideas. Tommy Lee Wallace, who would go on to direct Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch. I've seen all the masks from that, I've reviewed all that. And it was going to be Mr. Spock, that was another idea, and President Nixon. You can't imagine how it would have looked had those masks been used. There was also a clown mask as well, a sad clown mask. I do not know the name of the clown, but it was a famous vaudeville, big top, big shoes, squirty flower, silly braces, lots of bright colours, little horn, and all that kind of stuff. That sort of thing. And it was based on him, the sad clown. You always get the sad one, don't you? And then you get the happy one. They're all fucking scary though. All clowns are scary. So, and clowns are having a massive resurgence. You may have noticed, because I've just done nothing but videos on clown masks, it seems, for ages. Pennywise masks and Joker masks. So, it's all the rage. But here's the original. Look at it. Now, this is not a latex mask, as I'm sure you can probably tell. It's injection molded plastic. And what they've done, the guy that sculpted this, Tyler Haslett, what they did, as is usual with Trick or Treat, this is the official young Michael Myers mask, the only one I'm actually aware of. And what they do is they look at the movie, they pour over frame by frame by frame of the Blu-ray, and they come up with this. So that the paint job should be accurate, and the actual design, very, very accurate as well. And it's just a very simple, I would say flimsy, but it's actually not that flimsy. It's actually quite hard and hopefully resilient. It's also got a very, very strangely phallic nose. I didn't really notice that in the movie, but hey, he's a little kid, but clearly got issues, especially when he's seen his sister in the nude. Kilt-Man, get your mind off the smut and back onto the merch. So, elasticated, as it would have been, of course, back in the day. And, it's only a very simplistic little mask. I love this sort of paintwork here. I love this design. It looks like, a sky, a cloud, the sun, almost like a beach scene. Do you get me? Do you see what I'm going on about there? I feel wrong holding that. Wonk wonk. But he's very happy. And of course, that's a complete, incongruity to what actually just took place. And it's why clowns are so freakishly terrifying anyway. They are innately creepy because they're happy or they're very sad, but they're all bumbling and weird and just having fun at your expense. So it's not surprising that cinema, and in fact pop culture in general, has taken clowns and these buffoons, these jesters, to be these, the province of depravity and evil, But there you go. It is lovely. I would put this on, but I think, as you can clearly tell, that's actually for the child's face. You can get the entire clown costume in a child size. I don't know if you can get an adult one, but maybe you can. I don't know. I know you can get Pennywise costumes, and you got that one from American Horror, the one whose jaw, his big smiley mouth comes off. Oh Jesus, he's a frightening. What's he called? I gave up watching American Horror Story after I think the third season. In fact, I think during the third season. But anyway, it was great, but I loved the first, few, and then kind of got bored of it. He's gone. He's gone from here. The evil is gone. What a fabulous opening sequence that is. Dr. Marion Crane says, when do you let him walk around? It's night time, it's absolutely pissing down, and all these inmates are just wandering around the grounds, free, So since when do you let him wander around? Pull up to the main entrance. Go on, move. Donald Pleasance, he's just absolutely fantastic. Do you think we could refer to it as him? If you say so. When he goes up in front of the judge, what are we going to give him? Thorazine. He'll barely be able to stand up. That is the idea. There you go. Look at that. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Malcolm McDowell and Alex and his droogs from Clockwork Orange. That is horribly phallic. I don't care what anyone says. I did not expect to open that package and be confronted by that. But there it is. But it is. It's a wonderful recreation. Now, you know, I know mass collectors and horror aficionados are going to go, well, look, that's the real McCoy. Get those. Don't get a kid's mask. No one even knows what that is. Well, if you're a true horror aficionado, then you do know what it is. I don't think it was made specifically for the film. I think it was literally an off-the-peg, old vintage clown mask. Someone might correct me on that. I did have a little look before to do a bit of research on it, and I don't know if this actually was, you know, based on anything, but I think it was just picked off the shelf and given to Will Sandin. And Will Sandin, who basically just, his big moment, he's on the front lawn, he's there with his knife like that. Michael, and the mask comes up, and we're all like, oh my god, the murderer was a little kid, Jesus. And he has a kind of stunned look on his face, which I think works really well. In the original novelization by Richard Curtis, or rather Curtis Richards, he reversed his name, just to be weird, you know. And in that, you get the whole prologue. I've discussed this before. The prologue set several thousand years before at a druid festival of Samhain, when Ender, the village idiot, goes ballistic because Deirdre, the girl that he fancies, spurns him, and then she's in love with this other guy, the hunk of the village. So on the big festival night, Ender goes ballistic, picks up a knife and hacks him to bits. The villagers turn on him, rip him to shreds, and then the druids curse his spirit to forever wander the earth, reenacting his crime. And it's brilliant because in the book as well, you get hints that it wasn't just Michael's grandfather also went a bit loopy as well. So the spirit inhabits other bodies until those bodies can take no more punishment, and then just finds another host. And at some point, something silently triggers it off to go on its rampage, and then it can just recede again, as it does, of course, with Michael Myers. And also, in the original novel, he speaks as well. He talks to his grandmother, and of course she knows what happened to, you know, the granddad. Obviously, he went crazy and shot two people at the village Haddonfield dance or something. And he's dressed up as the clown, and she goes, "Oh, this five and dime crap, you know, all this stuff that you wear. Back in my day, we actually believed in it." I mean, she's not talking thousands a year, because she's only talking like, you know, when she was a kid. You know, we believed in it, had to ward off the bogeyman. Sorry, the boogeyman. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the boogeyman. But there you go. So we had more dialogue, and that, when you read that book, that original novelization is really, really good. It's a good read, and it's a good variation on what we know and love from the movie. And that, it gives you a bit of a juxtaposition from this kid, the shock of it being a kid, the spirit which is being transferred, but a kid still commits the murder. But you've had a moment just before the killing of his innocence, and it kind of works. And then, of course, then you get the big guy himself, boiler suited, blackest eyes, devil's eyes, bloody big knife, and the rest is history, of course. But I often think, like, that poor Will Sandin who played young Michael Myers, you know, as the years went by, he got a bit older. He could perhaps have actually played Michael in some of the sequels, couldn't he? And that wouldn't that have been a lovely touch? I'm not saying he could have done it. I'm not saying he approached him or he even would have wanted to. But it would have been a great bit of continuity. He may have been, during some of the later sequels, at the right age to be playing Michael. Do you know what I mean? Do you get me? I think that would have worked out. And you can certainly play him at this age, because he'd be the right age for that now. Anyway. But there you go. If you're a collector of all things Myers, then you kind of need this. Now, if you're in America, this is dirt cheap. I mean really dirt cheap. In the UK, I bought the last one that Amazon had. Yeah, they may have replenished their stocks, you know. The thing about Amazon is, if you put something in your basket and they know you're interested, and then you take it out, all of a sudden the price tends to drop just to sucker you back in. And only one left as well. Only one left. It's to incite you and inspire you on to buying the damn thing. And then of course you go on just after you bought it, and they've got it's back in stock again. Who'd have thought that, you know? But in the UK, this cost over 20 quid. No, of course, you know, it's a Trick or Treats Studios production, you know, so it is the official thing. It's made as close as damn it, you know, so it looks the part, it is the part, it's as damn well made as you're going to get. So, yeah, you're going to pay for it, of course you are. The weird thing is, if you actually went to some old joke shop, some old Alan Twacky little, you know, 5 and dime, you know, corner shop, some old proprietor, and you had a look in the back room where some of the old stock is from, you couldn't ship from years ago, you would find the original mask, you know, or rather one of the original masks. So, but we haven't all got the time or the Sherlock Holmesian detective abilities to find these things. But it is the young Michael, the young clown-faced Michael. Wonderful, isn't it? So he would sit right beside this guy here, you know. In the Rob Zombie remake, we can talk about the Rob Zombie remake. I don't have anything major against his Halloween, because I think if you're going to do it, then you've got to be respectful, but you've also got to tell the story in a different way. Otherwise, what's the fucking point of doing it? And he did carry the story. He did tell the Michael Myers story that we know, but he added all the backstory and a hell of a lot of, you know, gratuitous swearing and excessive bloodletting. But at least he did do something different with it, and I don't mind that version. And I do like the masks that Michael in that version in the Smiths Grove Sanitarium has been making out of paper mache and cardboard and stuff like. I do like those, and you can get some of them. They are available. I just haven't found one yet. But I do like them. And I even like the Michael Myers, you know, the William Shatner Michael Myers mask, because Tyler Mane, how the hell this guy grew from, you know, an abused kind of fat kid to a hulking pro wrestler, Ajax the Greek superhero warrior, saber-tooth build, you know, how the hell he grew to that stature in a prison cell, yeah. But he did. But when he wears the other mask, I think that's a good mask too. But to be honest, I've not got it amongst my collection because the official ones don't look that good, I don't think. I really would prefer to go out and get someone to make that for me, because I don't think even the ones you can buy, the mass-produced ones, could be overhauled enough to make it look like the movie one. At some point, who knows? I do kind of want it for the collection. And this is the thing about collecting, folks. You know, I've got this, which is not a standard Michael Myers mask, and I have got other Michael Myers masks besides these, but I haven't got them all. There are certain ones which I cannot stand. The Halloween 4 Return of Michael Myers, which is a film I don't mind at all, but I think he looks absolute shite. I think that mask is fucking awful. I've got the H2O one, which in certain light looks alright, and of course in the film there's actually, and there are, you can buy them, variations. They didn't just use one mask, there's about 4 different bloody masks in that movie. But none of them look as good as that, or especially that. Something about the battered mask from Halloween 2 really gets me. And the way the Dick Warlock moves, it's just... Nick Castle is the shape. Dick Warlock became the shape. The same as like Sean Connery is James Bond. Everybody else as James Bond, you know? But anyway, folks, wanted to show you this. I think it's well worth it. Injection molded, none of your latex stuff here. Shall I? Do you know what? I'll probably snap that. Thinking about it, getting my Tyler Mane in there. So I'm not going to put it on. For those of you wanting marks on the inside, well, you know, sometimes Trick or Treats put a little emblem, or there might be like a signature or a number or something. Well, a lot of mask makers do it, but there is nothing inside this except like a smudge over here, which I'm not entirely sure is anything other than just a smudge. But I like that a lot, and it does have that kind of creepy clown quality. There is no other quality to clowns. It's just clown, Creepy, you've got the job. Clown, you look rather innocent and charming. Get out! Clown, got the job. Clowns are terrifying, folks. Even these little ones. In fact, I'd say especially the little ones. Right. There you have it. Trick or Treat's young Michael Myers. If you're a collector, it's well worth it. Honestly, it is. I'm made up, I've got it now. So, and that is, say, that's my favourite bunch of masks. They're my favourite looks of Michael Myers. We've yet to see how he does look in Halloween Kills, but in that little, the teaser, hint of a teaser, didn't show much, did it? You do see slightly a bit of crinkle crisp burnage on one side of his mask, but we're not getting, he definitely isn't fused to his face like a lot of people thought it might have been, but remains to be seen. Trick or Treat's had a whole load of merchandise lined up for the original, release of Halloween Kills this year, 2020, which sadly ain't happening now. 2021, folks, another year off. But they pulled the plug. That was one of the warning signs, actually, that before the film, it was announced the film was going to be delayed. The fact that Trick or Treats went, all this stuff, no, it's not going to be on sale. That was the big giveaway. At 9. Someone's dropped another bottle of whiskey. I don't believe it. Yeah, I am.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told nothing less. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of my
We can hear that.
good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes, the deadliest eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was pure and simply evil.
It's genius, isn't it? It's absolute genius. So simple. So what would become formulaic, but it's such a simple conceit. A very, very straightforward idea. Everybody overanalyzes, what happened. Oh, he doesn't kill Laurie because she's not having sex. She's not indulging in premarital naughtiness because Michael Myers is representing staunch conservatism. No. No, he does kill the easy lays, but he tries to kill Laurie. Laurie's just a damn sight fucking better at, escape and evasion and fighting back. John Carpenter says, you can analyse my film as much as you want, but it was just an idea, and it just took off. There's no mythology to it. If you want to, dig deeper, good luck to you. Anyway, that was another little expose beneath the mask, folks. Cheers. And until next time, please do take it easy. Be happy, be healthy. Keep it kilted, keep it Celtic. And in the meantime, and indeed, that indeterminate in-between time where fun really happens, please take it easy. I'm going to see you all later. I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. He's not human.